It is January 21st already. And as you can see, we got some snow. It's about 25 degrees and the wind is pretty laid down. So I'm going in tonight on a mission just to kill a doe. I'm gonna sit over a corn pile. My shooter buck just won't daylight. He won't show up any kind of consistency. So I'm like down to like 3 weekends of season left here and I haven't shot anything. So I figure why keep putting it off? So I guess I'll see you guys in a stand. Well, I just got in here. It's 3 o'clock and right there is supposed to be my pile of corn and it's gone. And I just dumped it yesterday. So I have a funny feeling that was all blackbirds because I've been getting tons of pictures of them in here. So my only thought from this point forward is I'm gonna have to find a different place to dump it that the blackbirds don't know where it's at, because I'm not gonna go through 250 pounds of corn in a day. Just not feasible. So what I think I'm gonna have to do is just get lucky if they're gonna come in here and check and see if there's corn, and I'm gonna have to make a quick decision on which doe I'm gonna shoot, because they're not gonna stick around. So I'm gonna sit down and we'll see if anything will show up tonight. That's it. Smoked her. Smoked her. Boom. Hold on. I'm out here half an hour. Took me a nice doe out. Ooh. Well, 2024, shot my first deer with the brand new Mathews LIFT. Well, that's about as easy as a recovery you can ask for. As you can see, she just ran right down this road. She only went about 100 yards in a straight line down this road. I didn't get a pass her either. She was slightly quartering away. And honestly, she didn't bleed that hard. But but she bled more, I guess, right here. I'm just kind of looking. Good blood there, but and then she must have came over here and stood for a second. And after she stood right there, I thought I seen her go this way, but there she is. I'll get her set up and do a little interview. Well, here she is. That was probably one of the easiest and quickest hunts I've ever had. I wasn't sitting there 20 minutes and here she come. And the crazy part was all my corn was gone that I dumped yesterday, about 250 pounds of it. I'm assuming mostly blackbirds, but nonetheless it was gone. So I knew that if they walked in there, they weren't going to stick around very long. So, I mean, thank the good Lord she walked right in there. I shot her slightly quartering away. She ran about 100 yards, stayed right in the middle of a big old path so I can bring my side-by-side down here and grab her real easy. So, well, thanks for watching. Oh, this tips off the 2024 season. It's January, I think, 21st. Yep. Brand new Mathews LIFT, and this is the first kill with it. Performed perfectly. So, again, thanks for watching, guys. What's going on, everyone? I'm back in the stand. It's January 22nd, and I just shot a doe here last night. It took me about 30 minutes to get it done. Tonight, I'm still going to be after a good doe to come in here and try to harvest her to get a couple out of here. And then I may sit tight and see if Loki will show up. I don't anticipate he will. He just hasn't been here. As a matter of fact, last night he was up on top of the hill out in the winter wheat around 5:30. So I don't know if he's just hanging out up there, but I just don't have the right wind to sit up there. So either way, should be a good night. It's not too cold. It's not near as cold as yesterday. And as you can see, I still don't have any corn. I didn't dump any from yesterday when it was all gone. So God willing, this will be a good night and we'll get us another doe on the ground. Pretty sure I just smoked doe number 2 right there. Boom. Down in the field right there. Mathews LIFT, 2 for 2. 2 nights in a row. I'm gonna sit here for a little bit. We'll see if any bucks or anything will show up. All right, well, here she is. Doe number 2. That's 2 days in a row out of the same spot. I was able to harvest some good does. Just trying to put a little bit of dent in the doe population on this farm. It's starting to get a little more than I want it to be, so can't thank the Lord enough. Perfect shot, double lung. She really didn't go very far, further than I would have thought, but not that far, and I watched her expire, so that was great. Mathews LIFT performing perfectly. That's 2 really good shots on 2 nice does, so very thankful, and I thank you all for watching. What's going on, everyone? It is already February 11th, so I thought I would kind of set up the last little bit of this video before it gets started. I went out and purchased the brand new Mathews LIFT at the end of December. Took both of these does that you've seen in the middle of January, and I still had 1 tag left. So I decided I'm down for the last 3 days of deer season here in Ohio, and I can either shoot 1 more doe or I can give 1 last ditch effort after a buck I've been chasing for the past 4 months named Loki. So I decided right off the rip I'm going to wait on him as long as I can before filling a doe tag to finish the season. And the morning I go after him, it's February 3rd. I woke up in the morning not feeling very well, upset stomach, and I had plans on going to hunt the west end of the farm. But since I wasn't feeling that well, I had a better place to park, and it was a little easier to get back to the truck if need be. And I was closer to some food sources that he had been frequenting in the evenings. However, no pictures of him in the morning. So fast forward, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. My trail camera starts sending me pictures that he was down in some of my food plots in the bottom and on the west end of the property at 6:30 and 7:15. So I'm telling myself, why am I sitting here? You know, he's not obviously not going to come over here. So I decided I would stay till 10 o'clock just because he's one of those deer that just moves around randomly. I can't tell you how many pictures I got of this buck in daylight in those 4 months. How many times I missed opportunities at him by half an hour because I got down. And I had already seen him 3 times during the season and couldn't make it happen. Just too far away or just a little too dark, what have you. Also, he had been shot by the neighbor back in November. So 9:30 rolls around, out comes a small 7, and then out comes an 8-point, and then lo and behold, out steps Loki. So Loki stays down on the side of this ridge, and I start to range this 8-point who's sniffing this real dark tree. So I range him, it's 51 yards. I set my sight to 51 yards, and then wouldn't you know it, Loki steps up, the 8-point lays down, and Loki steps up to that same tree that the 8-point was sniffing. And he's not there, but for a minute or two, I hit record on my Tacticam. I'm filming him for a minute or so, and I decide, for whatever reason, to shut that camera off, thinking I'm not going to shoot him here anyways in this spot. It's a farther shot than I want to make, or take, should I say. And I'm hoping he would come across the hill to me and get over here within 30 yards. However, the wind switches. He starts sniffing in the air the 8-point starts sniffing in the air, and I start to get a little nervous. He makes one stomp, turns broadside, and turns away from me, and in that moment I decided either I shoot this buck now or I'm probably not going to get an opportunity. I have a day and a half left in the season, so I come to full draw, make the shot, completely forget to hit record on my Tacticam or the remote on my GoPro, and in the last 5 years, I don't remember the last time I forgot to hit record when I shot a deer. So that's why you're not going to see any of that on film. I call in a friend, we go track him, we find him. Again, forget to take my GoPro with me and do any filming, so I just have pictures. But I managed to make a good shot at 51 yards on him. He went about 150 yards and expired. So this is capping the end of the 2023-2024 Ohio deer season. So I hope you enjoyed this last video, and I'll see you on the next one. Well, it's February 3rd already. 2 days left here in season. I'm just going to slip into a stand this morning up on top of this big hill that's about 150 yards east of a corn pile I got going, and just hope I catch these deer coming back to bed. Still no signs of Loki in the morning, but I've had several pictures of him throughout the fall in this spot. So I'm just going to go settle in and we'll see what happens this morning.